Well, I played my first game with Beastman today. I can tell you how that went, I suppose, a little bit later, but I realised that I really needed some diverters and units to fly around and just cause havoc with, and so I thought I'd make some harpies, but I think the Dark Elf harpies are shocking, and expensive and awful and metal, which I'm coming off. You know, I used to like metal, but I've come to conclude they just break and scratch, and the casting's not always what you would hope it would be. So I thought I'd make my own harpies. Now, obviously this is not a cheap option, but what you can do is get the bodies of Ungors. You can get there's plenty of arms which don't seem to have any weapons. I put a weapon on and it looked a bit cluttered to me. I mean, to have a guy flying around holding a large sword, I mean, probably throw them off balance. They look better like this. And then I got a box of gargoyles. It's 10 for £17, which is a lot of money. You're paying basically £1.70 for a pair of wings. And what I had to do was I had to cut off. The wing extends all the way kind of down here, so I had to just cut that off. And if you're clever, unlike me, you'll make sure that they're even, so I cut off too much here versus there. And then I drilled a hole in the arm, drilled a hole in the guy's back, paper clip, which you cut with a pair of clippers, just to be about 1 centimetre long here and there, bung on the wings. And then luckily, when you use glue, plastic glue, it kind of bonds the bits together, so although I suppose the fur wouldn't really work with this, I mean, who cares, it looks fine, and it bonds together with the glue, and wherever it doesn't you can use green stuff. You can see my use of green stuff has a fair bit to go. I'm not even sure how to mix this stuff, but I just mix a bit from both colours and see what happens. I personally thought that the strange, what's the word, insectoid problem, can you see if you look at the wings from the gargoyle sprue, I just didn't like these bits. I didn't like the insectoid, alien, demonic looking thing, so I put green stuff over it so they look more like kind of bat wings. Again, I suppose people who know how to use green stuff will know what to do with that. I found that every time I tried to kind of dampen it down with this, it just got stuck to this and kept coming off, so I just decided to use my fingers. Anyone has any tips, feel free. And then, you know, I drilled a hole up his bum and used this kind of wire cabling. I don't know what it's called. I'm calling it wire cabling. I think it's called brass tubing or something, which you can get from Rel shops. I don't know what the Rel model enthusiasts use it for, but so I cut a bit of that. And yeah, I think it looks quite good. Now, the joke is I happen to have a box of banshees. Not what I forgot what they're called. Demonettes or Slaanesh. And I thought, well, hey, I can use these. But, I mean, basically it's a feminine face with a male body, so it looks a bit odd. And the heads are too small, and I just thought to myself, these are much better animated, and they look like something from Clash of the Titans, whereas this looks a bit weird. So, I thought I'd go for this option. And actually, it doesn't look bad. Although, let me just try to tot up the cost in my head of these things. It's £1.70 for the wings. And how much are these again? It's probably £15 for a pack of 10 gore. Yeah, so it's 27... No, my maths is awful. 5 plus 7's 12. Oh my god, £32. Well, they're £3.20 each. Any comments are welcome. And it takes about 15 minutes to assemble one.